Good morning, good evening, not even sure what it is, but I've decided to do a video on ADHD and the effect it's had on me as a parent. As you can see, I am tired, like I'm always tired. My son, he's 12 now, but he was diagnosed with ADHD around 3 going 4 when he started to have problems in school. I myself knew that he had ADHD from early on. As an infant, his sleep patterns were very erratic. He basically cried constantly if he was to go to sleep, and you would have to swaddle him and hold him still. And once he was unable to move, then he'd fall asleep. So there were lots of really late nights. He still has issues with sleeping now. And but the thing is, the best they could do was recommend me to put him on Ritalin at 4. Um, I I live in Jamaica, and at the time, ADHD was not really recognized. Um, so it made things very difficult. People are not very understanding and still aren't very understanding about what ADHD is. So I took him out of the system and put him in a homeschool. I've been going back and forth with that for many years. When it doesn't work, then I move him until I find something that is best for him. The corona has really caused me, though I've spent many hours and a lot of time trying to find ways to make his life better. But corona has caused me to spend a lot more time with him when it comes to his book work. And then I've found that he does work better a one-on-one, so really doesn't make a difference what school I put him in. As long as there are other students, he's going to be distracted, and the grades are not going to reflect what his potential is. I really plan to speak more on this. When he was diagnosed, I was kind of left out there alone because parents, teachers that I knew did not understand. The man on the street doesn't understand. So I got a lot of stares when he was younger. Not so much now. Stares, people saying that he's rude, not understanding the built-up energy that he had as a little kid, and his inability to control it. I'm trying not to speak loud because my kids are sleeping. At least one of them is sleeping. So I get stares, I get comments. You can't control him. If you can't control him, like why is he on the road with you? So it's been a struggle. I've decided, because I don't really follow social media, I didn't really spend a lot of time posting things and following people. But with the time, I need a release because it's very stressful trying to deal with everything that's going on. And when you spend 24 hours a day and you don't get a break, and you don't want to be frustrated, and you don't want to be loud, and you still want him to know that it's okay, because this is a space where he's free to be himself. He's learned to restrain behaviors so that people don't look at him and say that something is wrong, you're odd. And so a lot of people say to me, he doesn't have ADHD because they're not experiencing what I'm experiencing at home until they spend a good amount of time around him and realize that, okay, that's what it is, but they still don't get it. Um, the system itself, the school system, they tend to think that the best thing to do is to put him special needs. Yes, he's special needs, but as we know, there are degrees of special needs. So a lot of behaviors that they expect he does not have. People tend to think that he's not smart. Does he have a speech problem? And I try not to get upset with people, but I also try to inform them. And when it comes to him, he's only been in one special needs school, and that's been since high school, because I was kind of tired of going through what I was going through with the other schools. Um, so now his thing is, I'm normal, so-called normal, and he does not want to be around other kids that are special needs. Um, Not because he dislikes them, but because of the stigma. And when you place him with kids that have autism, Down syndrome at varying degrees, and he's always been in a school with kids that didn't have these disorders, now he feels out of place because he does not know how to deal with that, how to function. Um, I've always spoken on his ADHD when no one else was willing to say, this is what my child has. I've had a lot of people say, oh, I commend you for always speaking on it. But I feel that there's a need to understand, and there is no empathy towards the child. There's no empathy towards the parent, not from other children, not from other parents that are not affected or have never been in contact with a child that has ADHD. So it's tiring and it's stressful, and I do my best to inform, and I let them know that he's a very smart child and he totally understands what's going on, and I don't want anyone to box him into a category, because all special needs children have the ability to reach as far as you're willing to take them, as you're willing to guide them. So I just did this video because I've been stressed, and it's a release, and hopefully I'll speak more on experiences, things that have happened, how it's affected him, because it's affected him greatly. It's kind of upsetting, but I'm hoping that eventually we'll be in a better place of understanding and compassion when it comes to our so-called special needs children.